When did people realize I wasn't just arm candy? When Travis married me, everyone thought he'd won the lottery. I was 24, he was 31. I always dressed up for his work events, kept quiet during dinner parties, smiled when his business partners made jokes about him trading up. His mom would pat my arm and say things like, "She's sweet, but you know she's not really the brainy type." I let them talk. I had my reasons. What nobody knew was that I had a business degree from State. Travis knew, but he told everyone I studied communications or something vague. At parties, when people asked what I did, he'd jump in with, "Oh, she keeps busy with Pinterest and yoga classes." For 3 years, I played the perfect wife. I handled all the house stuff, organized his family events, stayed quiet when he talked business. Travis would pat my head and say, "Leave the numbers to me, babe. You're better with decorating." But I was watching everything. Every shady deal he made with clients, I noted. Every time he used my credit cards for his failing restaurant ventures, I kept records. Every time he screamed at me for asking about our finances, every lie he told his investors about profit margins, I documented it all. See, Travis thought I was stupid, but I wasn't blind. I saw him moving money around, claiming business expenses that were actually gambling debts. I watched him forge my signature on loan documents. I even found emails where he bragged to his buddies about how the wife doesn't ask questions. By year 3, I'd collected enough evidence to bury him. When I filed for divorce, Travis laughed in my face. "Good luck getting anything, sweetheart. You signed a prenup, remember? You'll walk out with your clothes and that's it." But I'd already hired Kelly, my old study partner from college who was now a divorce attorney. The hearing was set for a Tuesday. Travis showed up in his expensive suit, brought his lawyer, and even some character witnesses to testify that I'd married him for money and contributed nothing to the marriage. He was practically smirking when his lawyer started talking about how I was clearly just after financial gain. That's when Kelly stood up with 3 thick binders. "Your Honor, I'd like to present evidence of financial fraud, identity theft, and marital asset manipulation spanning the past 3 years. Travis went pale. His lawyer started shuffling papers frantically. Kelly opened the first binder. Bank statements showing Travis had been using my social security number to open credit lines. Emails proving he'd been lying to the IRS about business income. Photos of receipts showing he'd spent our joint savings on strip clubs and poker games while telling me we were broke. But the real knockout was the recording. See, last month when Travis was drunk, he'd called his brother and bragged about how he was bleeding the dumb bitch dry and planning to divorce me once his restaurant turned profitable. He had no idea I was recording from the next room. The judge listened to that whole conversation. Travis talking about how she's too stupid to notice and how he planned to dump her before she figures out what's what. When it was over, Travis wasn't just losing half our assets. He was facing fraud charges. The IRS was opening an investigation. His precious restaurant had its business license suspended. And me? I walked out with 60% of everything, plus alimony. As I left the courthouse, I passed Travis standing by his car, red-faced and screaming at his lawyer. I didn't look back.